All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development Program, and in particular the AWD 1111.NET Framework with Web Databases class for the fall 2019 semester, I've been creating a series of video presentations based on the textbook for this class, that being Pro ASP.NET MVC 5. An A-Press text by Mr. Adam Freeman. We are going through the 27 chapters in the book, and we are working our way through chapter 26. I'm on the top of page 746 in the book, and we are now going to go over profiling, script, and style sheet loading. All right, as the author says here, when considering any kind of optimization in a project, you need to start by taking some measurements. I am all for efficient and optimized applications, but my experience is that people rush to optimize problems that don't have much of an impact, and in doing so make design decisions that can be problematic at a later time. For the problems that are going to be looked at in this chapter, we're going to take the measurements using the Internet Explorer tools. We want to focus on the HTTP requests that are made during the normal execution of the application. That means disabling the Visual Studio Browser link feature, which works by adding JavaScript code to the HTML sent to the browser. All right. So in order to do this, we're told, and I'm just going to jump back into here. All right. Click on the small down arrow next to the browser link button. Stop the run here. Click on the small down arrow button next to the browser link. Well, that is it. And uncheck the enable browser link. Well, let's put it this way. I thought that was it. There we go. It's this button right here. Enable. And they showed it in the text also. All right. And uncheck the enable browser link button. Well, mine already was unchecked. Load the application. And they want us to bring up, actually, let's stop this run right here. All right, because the author is using, instead of Chrome, the author is using Well, we're going to see if we can do this with Chrome. How's that? So we'll try doing that. But we can hit F12 with Chrome to bring up the Chrome features just as well. And that's it here. We can do that just as well as we can hit F12 to bring up the IE features. All right. Navigate over to the home make booking URL. We're already there. Press the F12 key. Okay. Now we may have to refresh the screen for this to actually come up the way we want it to look. And I may have to bring this, make it bigger. All right. With the tools window, when the tool window is open, navigate to the network tab, which is right here. Then click the green arrow button. Well, again, it's going to look different here. But what we want to do is start capturing HTTP requests that the browser makes. Not sure how to do that on here, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump back to our book and basically simulate what the author says. So when we do this, we're supposed to click the Clear Browser Cache button to ensure that the browser requests contents, basically it's all the ones referenced in this layout. Reload the contents and select refresh, and we should see something like this. All right. The F12 tools, as mentioned on page 747, allow you to profile the network requests from the ones the application makes. So I can assess the optimizations made in this chapter. We will use the data shown in the figure right here, 26.3, as a baseline. So what we see right here. The browser made 7 requests for the /home/booking URL. There were 2 requests for CSS files and 4 requests for JavaScript files. A total of 2,278 bytes were sent from the browser to the server, and a total of 477,733 bytes were sent from the server to the browser. As the author mentions here, this is the worst case profile for the example because we cleared the browser's cache before we reloaded the view. We've done this because it allows us to easily create a measurable starting point and talk about how it could be improved. If we reload the URL without clearing the cache, notice still get 7 requests, still 2 requests for CSS, still 4 requests for JavaScript. The number of bytes sent by the browser went down by about 200 bytes. All right, but the real savings is without clearing the cache. Now only a little over 5K bytes were sent from the server to the browser, where earlier it was 477K. And the author says here, this is the best case scenario, where all the requests for CSS and JavaScript files were able to be serviced using what had been cached. All right. So, bottom of 747, using script and style bundles. The goal here, as it says, is to turn the JavaScript and CSS files into bundles. This will allow us to treat several related files as a single unit. So what the author is going to do right here is walk through the steps required to set up and apply bundles. First thing we want to do, as it says here, is the bundles requires a NuGet package that's not included by default in an empty project. And again, as you saw, nothing turned red. We didn't even get any warnings, so everything looks like it's pretty good as far as I can tell at least. All right. The convention, as mentioned here, I'm on the middle of page 748. The convention is to define the bundles in a file called bundle.config, which gets placed in the app start folder. So let's grab this. Copy it to the clipboard. I do not believe, since it's an empty project, we do not have a bundle config in here. So, app start, add, class, again, this will be called bundle config.cs. and we will remove the boilerplate code and put in our own. Now, what you should notice in here is we are adding two bundles, a CSS bundle and a JavaScript bundle. The CSS bundle is typically known as a style bundle. The JavaScript bundle is typically known as a script bundle. All right. It says, note, we have changed the namespace in which the class is defined in this file. The convention is that the classes defined in the files in the app start are defined in the top level namespace. All right, which in this case is client features. The static register bundles method is called from the application start method in the global AS/AX file. When the MVC app first starts, the register bundles method takes a bundle collection object which we use to register new bundles of files through the add method. As they mention here on page 749, I will check my time here. Okay. As they mention here, we can create bundles for script files and style sheets, and it is important to keep these types of files separate because the MVC framework optimizes the files differently. Styles, again, are in the style bundle class. Scripts are in the script bundle class. I already mentioned that. When you create a new bundle, you create an instance of either style bundle or script bundle, both of which take a single constructor argument. The path is used as a URL to the browser to request the contents of the bundle. Once you have created the style bundle and or the script bundle objects, we want the bundle or bundles to include all the CSS files in the application for the style or all the JS for the script bundle. So as it says, we passed the value content star.css. The asterisk there is a wildcard, which means that the bundle refers to all CSS files. And again, the other one is the script bundle, which is done in a similar type of manner. We set the path to tilde, which means start at the root of the project, /bundles/ client features scripts. It says you will see the paths for both bundles again when we apply them later. Notice how I specified the jQuery file like this. This version part of the file is handy because it matches any version of the file specified. So if at a later time we were to upgrade our version of jQuery, this would still handle it correctly. All right, I'm on the middle here of page 750, near the top I should say. Since I used the empty template to create the example project, we need to add a statement to the global AS/AX file to call the register bundle. So we need to add this. It will not do that by default. And I don't know what that BB thing there is, if that's an error or not. Guess we'll find out, won't we? Again, I'm wondering if this is incorrect. And that's correct. Maybe not. We need to use the using statement here. Let's put that back in and see if we do. And we click here. That fixes the error. Fix that error. It didn't fix this one. So I'm not sure if that's expected or not expected. For now, I'm going to remove it. All right. I'm going to come back and finish this up in just a moment. I've got 1, 2, 3, about 4 more pages to go. But I'm going to pick it up with the applying bundles here. Again, I'm not sure if that's a mistake in the book or not. Hopefully we'll find out. But I'm going to pick it up here on page 750 in just a couple minutes.